What is Jamboree?
What is Jamboree? That's a tough question.
Jamboree is like so many things in one.
Jamboree is just a place where you have jumper cables that then just charge into people's brains and make them think outside the box, inside the box.
If people are going to be sleeping in the same vicinity, some people snore.
It's starting to heat up in this room. They're trying to separate the boys from the men.
Oh wait, what kind of camera is this?
Ultimate goal of the foundation is that there is a community of high impact responsible entrepreneurs that are actually activating their ideas and building businesses and employing people.
I think entrepreneurship is about creating something and then sharing it with the world.
People here have in their thinking entrepreneurial processes. So they're not necessarily going to go and make a business, but they're in that position where they think like an entrepreneur.
I've never thought I was entrepreneurial before I applied to Alan Gray actually. I've always known that I'm a creative person, but I think it's not different at all. I think it's just creativity with what you've got.
The idea is that they then go through the process from beginning to end, identify an inefficiency, come up with a solution, and actually start projects.
I mean, there's so many ways to describe Jamboree, but I think one of the ways you can really describe it is like a mixing pot of ideas and inspiration.
The Jamboree is about meeting every candidate fellow where they're at. So whether they haven't even formed an idea yet, but they're wanting to, or whether they have a fully developed idea and just need to put in final tweaks in order to pitch it, anybody has a space to grow their idea, particularly through collaboration, and then also through some of the masterclass sessions that we're bringing in to provide some skills and knowledge for them to use to grow it further.
I am not pitching, but I do have an idea that I want to develop, and I do think it's very valuable to learn from how other people are doing it and contribute to other people's ideas.
It's up to fellows themselves to decide if they want to pitch or not. It's for those people that have an idea and they want some feedback from the community, and so they'll be the ones that put their names forward to pitch.
There's really great value in pitching. I mean, you literally have nothing to lose. You gain a lot of value from the input that the fellows give. Even if it's a very small idea that you've just come up with, there's great value to be gained in pitching.
It's been extremely helpful. People ask the sort of questions that you don't think about. They probe your insights and make you really understand what your idea is and get a better grasp of where you're going forward and where the areas are that you need to look at in your idea.
You learn how to present your idea in the best way possible. You learn what to include in the pitch and what not to include. You learn to sell a tangible idea instead of selling dreams to people, and bring something across that's actually real.
It's good rivalry, there's some really great amazing things, and I hope to do my best and hopefully to win as well.
I've got so much input, so much criticism, so much to think about. So I'm not really about getting to the final to pitch in front of the panel. It's more the networks I've made now, the excitement I've gained, the criticisms, and I can go back to the drawing board and reflect on my idea.
How Jamboree works is that you have those who are going to pitch and give you an idea, and then you also have those who are going to go in and then tell them what they think about the idea. So either provide advice, provide resource assistance, help develop the idea, even sometimes shut down the idea. And it's great because it's creating a collaborative opportunity.
For me, one of the big things I love to do is sort of help other people create their ideas, and if there's a way I can partner up with that, it's really, really awesome. So one of the fellows has a really great idea that they've got going, and if they need exposure, that's a place for me to sort of step in. And if I can get some inspiration and learn something from that whole process, then it's just it's a big bonus for me.
I wasn't going to pitch, and then I decided to because I realized that I really have nothing to lose and I may as well try and see what comes out of it.
I said to her, look, rather pitch now, and because ideas have a life cycle. And if you wait until next year, someone may actually have an idea.
This is where this community is acting as investors. So you each have 3 opportunities to invest.
I like the fingerprint idea, the finger signature.
I put my investments on Anna Marie, so Anna Marie has to win.
first one was a student investor, which is already so successful.
My first choice was Casella, which is the fire detection project that Joseph has been working on.
The people I invested in are in the top 10, but I don't know if it's paid off yet. We'll have to see.
Who is that?
Still a secret ballot.
The candidate fellow investments will determine the top 10 ideas, and these final 10 will then have the opportunity to pitch again, and from there the judges will determine the top 3.
You didn't make the top 10. How do you feel about that?
Slightly disappointed, but I mean, there's a lot of feedback from the candidate fellows that did come over to my stand, and a lot of ideas, so I took a lot from it. So now I'm just going to go back to the drawing board, refine it, and then hopefully next year I can pitch the same idea again, but something more concrete, something that can actually get into the top 10.
I think all the investors wanted to get a huge return on the investment, and my idea is more sort of on the NGO social side, and so I wasn't too surprised, but obviously it would have been nice to pitch today, but I'm excited to hear the other pitches.
I'm quite excited to be able to have the opportunity to pitch to the whole fellowship community. It's exciting but nerve-wracking at the same time.
I'm very nervous actually, very nervous, but I'm hoping it will go well.
Let's do this.
Do a quick demonstration. If you look all over there, I've got a little light there. Put it on, and I'm going to put it off using my iPad.
Thanks for your presentation. I like the gadgety factor around it. How do you compete against some massive global players that are doing this?
After practicing, I'm feeling much better. And at the end of the day, it's just presenting your idea, opening up to criticism and opening up to new ways of thinking about it.
65% of the current population after 2 minutes. Goodness.
I'm feeling good. I mean, there's nothing to lose. Yeah, I'm more relaxed this time around.
We think that the return to investors here is incredible.
How do you see this in the next 3-5 years?
Big?
So we've gone through all the votes and the judges have decided, and we're about to announce the top 3 pitches.
So we need some sort of a drum roll. Okay, so in third place we have Caritas. A hand of applause, please.
I'm really happy. Made it to the top 3. I believe the brand was well represented.
To Matthew, number 1, Naeem.
Being number 1 is cool. It's also a bit of a humbling experience. Everybody thinks that this success is due to you, but there's a lot of work that a lot of other people are doing behind the backgrounds to ensure that you do this.
It feels great. It's great to be recognized for all the hard work that you've put in over the last couple of months to develop the idea.
There were some really great ideas, but I guess the judges saw something in me that they really liked.
Even this is like my 3rd Jamboree, you're still pleasantly surprised at how people take the ideas and the feedback and criticism from the community and sort of just make it an amazing pitch.
And it's really just using who you are and what you care about to start something that could fail, but you still learn anyway.
I've been inspired through the great ideas, and I've experienced Jamboree growing last year compared to this year. People have been pitching ideas in different levels, and I've seen some improvements.
Making those connections and networking with those people that are already 5 steps ahead of you is what I'm going to take away, and I'm going to invest in those relationships and make sure that I go forth and ask those people to help me pursue my dreams and ambitions.